to Definition of Active. This is LV, and my next guest is, in my opinion, I think one of the most active producers out here in Arizona, Bonds. So,
Appreciate it. Yeah.
so, for starters, I think I've always had this question. How did you even get the name Bonds?
Damn.
Like
So it's
James
actually
Bond or something?
no. Honestly, yeah. A lot of people tell me that they think it's like James Bond or Barry Bonds or something like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
like way off, random. So back then, like in high school, my Instagram handle used to be Paper Bonds, which was a song from Wiz Khalifa that I fucked
Mm-hmm.
with heavy. And I don't even know what made me just like cut out the paper, but I think just at one point when I started doing producing and shit, I just cut that out and just kind of ran with Bonds. So, but I mean, there's a couple ways I could put it, but yeah, that was like the actual authentic way.
I
It was
I
pretty
don't
crazy.
know if this like makes sense or not, but like your name makes sense for you. Like you
Right.
look like your name, and your name looks
Facts.
like
I
I
feel
don't
like
know
it
how to.
too. Like
Yeah.
I thought of changing it at some points too.
No.
Like I don't know, but nah, it just kind of fits me, and everybody kind of knows me as that. So
Mhm.
so I'm just rocking with it for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, how did you get into making beats? Like, what's like your timeline?
So I probably started. I'll say around like 2016.
Mhm.
Um, it was kind of random too. Like I was at my homie's crib and he had GarageBand, so
Mm.
I was just kind of fucking with the GarageBand over there. And this is like a little transition. So like when I was in high school, I didn't have a laptop or nothing. So I eventually left high school, started doing online. That was kind of like my excuse to get a laptop.
Mhm.
So then my homie that I was making GarageBand beats with, he just loaded up FL Studio on my computer, and like that's just from there pretty much like ever since then, it was just I was like, damn, this is dope. I just kind of locked in with it, so
Yeah.
it was like kind of random, but it just felt, it
Right.
wasn't nothing I thought like, oh, I want to make beats and start doing this, but it just happened for real. So yeah,
So that's interesting that you say it's 2016 because I think maybe 2 years later, like 2018 ish, I had seen you. Um, I had seen you like in person
mm,
working on beats, right? Like it was this whole thing one night, whatever.
yeah,
And so then I seen it in person, and I think that's like where it started. Like my liking of producing. Like
mm,
I love producers. I think are so underrated and like probably the best part of music.
facts,
So,
yeah,
but I think seeing you that night, like the way you were just in your zone, is kind of like what inspired it. Of like,
yeah,
okay, producers need a lot more
you could
credit
see,
for what
yeah,
they do, and like et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's so funny that it was just maybe like 2 years into
oh
you
yeah.
making
I
beats
agree
and.
too, cause yeah, it was definitely a little process at first,
Mhm.
like of me just making trash beats at first, like not
Mhm.
knowing anything, and yeah, I'd say around that same time is when I started like actually working with people and like
Yeah.
getting my foot in the door and stuff, and like actually have people on my beats. So yeah, I remember that night too, though, for sure.
Oh,
That was
you do?
definitely yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I was at my crib, so we
Yeah.
was just locked in over there. So
That's
no, that
that's
was a
funny.
dope night for sure. Yeah.
It definitely was. And then you talked about how you have people on your beats now. So what do you think, if you could answer the question, is like your favorite song that's released that is your beat?
Damn. That's a hard question. Just because,
I
I
bet.
mean, honestly, I fuck with all the beats that I do.
Mhm.
I do have some favorites, and I do got some beats where it's just like whatever. But the song, I fuck with the song because of how it is.
Mhm.
But shit, at the moment, I'm really rocking with that GTA joint that me and Jimmy Grooves did.
Okay.
That one's just going crazy. We got the video out for that one. That one's on the project Double or Nothing that we just dropped too. So
Mhm.
honestly, that whole project goes crazy, and even the other projects we did, they all go crazy. But I don't know, something about that beat. Like it's just real simple. It's not like too much into it. It's just
Yeah.
like that simple vibe throughout the whole way. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Anytime I hear that, it's just it's rocking. So yeah, that's probably
Okay.
my favorite one.
I
It
think it.
changes though constantly, but right
Yeah,
now,
I bet. I
yeah,
bet
right
it
now that's
does.
that's the one that's on rotation for sure. Yeah, definitely.
You think you definitely like grew a lot since beginning to where you are now?
Oh,
Like,
for sure. Like a crazy amount. Like I used to just worry about so much like nonsense at first. I used
mhm.
to worry so much about like how other people heard my beats, and like I
Mhm.
would hear other people's beats and like try to compare. And honestly, like it was cool to go through that process, but like learning that now it's like you don't got to worry about what nobody else thinks about your shit.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
make what you like the whole time, and if you stay true to how your sound is, like it took me a while to get my sound. I don't even know what my sound is. People
Right.
can say like I have a certain sound. I don't know. I just make beats how I make them type shit. So
I just be
they
out here
come out
making
how they
beats.
do,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's definitely been a learning process. I'm still learning too every day. So it's something that's just something that I appreciate. That it's never gonna stop.
Yeah, definitely respectable. Um, so how like in the beginning of you starting to make beats, it kind of just like happened, I guess, in a sense. So where do you get your inspiration for it now, or like what kind of music or other producers do you listen to that kind of just keep you in your zone and keep you even making beats?
Mm, Shit, right now, honestly, I listen to all different types of genres. I don't really necessarily listen to rap all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to a bunch of oldies, like everything basically. I try to expand my ears so much, and it's not even about like me listening to a beat and wanting to make a beat similar to that.
Right.
It's just more of like maybe just the feeling that that beat kind of gave me. Like, I kind of want to like have some shit to where I could get that same feeling in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just honestly listening to music a lot for sure. And then there's points where like I feel burnt out and like I don't really make shit for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me going through life experiences and just doing different shit every day. Um, if I stay busy all the time, that's what kind of like fuels up me wanting to make beats too.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like there was times where I wasn't doing shit all day, and I felt like, oh, I could just make beats all day, and that shit didn't really do it. I'll just try to burn myself out. So the more I'm staying busy and just like all the other shit I'm doing, when I do lock in, that just it gives me like the actual push to like, all right, lock in, just make some hard shit. So it's just a mix of everything. That's what's definitely keeping me going for sure.
Okay, stay
Yeah,
busy, don't play busy.
yeah, facts, facts though, for
um,
real.
do you like working locally, or like do you how can I put this? Like, do you like working locally, like strictly, or do you kind of expand your horizons to outside of Arizona?
I'm with both, honestly. I do fuck with working locally because it's more in person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like being in the studio with people versus me just sending beats out,
Yeah.
which is kind of why I'm not really like hitting people up to like, yo, let me just send you beats. Like every now and then, yeah, but no, definitely if I have the chance to just lock in with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
get the vibe, then I feel like making music like that is just you make way more different music than if I were to just
Yeah.
send beats. Cause also my taste, like I'm weird with it. If I have like an artist that I fuck with, I'll have a pack of beats that I think he'll fuck with,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like none of them
Mm.
type shit. It'd be the beats that I don't think they'll like, you know what I mean, that
Yeah.
they end up fucking with. So that's why I think it's a little better to just be in person. But definitely like outside of Arizona too, I definitely worked with a couple people, but I don't strictly try to limit myself. But no, I definitely like working locally just because it's more in person. But I'll go out of state too. It ain't nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely whoever I want to work with,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
just lock
definitely a
in.
lot more like intimate if it's done in person and
No, for
stuff like
sure.
that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that's where things are created the best.
Yeah, definitely. And like especially if you have just a good like relationship with somebody.
Yeah, of
If you just
course.
vibe on with them like just on a cool personal level, it's easier to make beats,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like it don't feel like a job, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
just feels like I'm with the homies and we're just chilling. So, yeah, yeah, make some crazy stuff like that for sure.
definitely
So
good
it's dope.
vibes.
Yeah,
Who would you want to work out, like not work out with?
yeah.
Who would you want to work?
He was trying to work out. For real. Shit.
No, who would you want to work with? Like, I don't really want to say like mainstream wise, but like bigger named artist wise.
Shit. Honestly, like I haven't really thought of that like in the sense where like there's certain people specifically that I
Mm-hmm.
want to work with. Like sure I can name a bunch of people that I fuck with their music and stuff, but it's definitely more of like me just like if they fuck with me, that's what's gonna build like the actual like a stronger sound in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, basically I'll work with anybody that fucks with me type shit. So anybody that's putting their work in, and if I see that they're serious about their music, that's what attracts me to like want to work with them type shit. So
Yeah.
basically anybody who's on their shit, if they fuck with me, then we can get shit going for sure.
Okay. Do you make like R&B beats?
That's a good question. I haven't really. I tried like maybe a couple times.
Didn't work out.
Nah. And I think the reason why is because it was just me by myself. You know what I mean? It's not with somebody that's like a R&B singer or nothing like that. To like, I build really off the energy in the
Yeah.
room. So
Yeah.
it's like if I got like a singer with me and they got like maybe a hook or something like that they could sing out, like it's easier for me to pick up on that. But I mean, definitely I've tapped into it a few times. I mean, I won't say I never made an R&B beat, but it's just definitely about like the situation that I'm in, like the scenario, whatever the scene. Then that's what I make out of it. So,
We need
but
more R&B music
nah,
out
I
here.
agree though. I fuck with R&B heavy too.
Hard. Like
Like
it's
definitely, I'm listening to a lot of shit like that, and you know, I be getting like hella inspired too. So it's definitely I just gotta somebody got locked in with me on some
I
R&B
think
shit.
I'm the project that I want to drop this year is just strictly R&B. So try to make an R&B beat.
Dope
Get on the
shit. Hell
project.
yeah. Do you got artists that you already got
Yeah,
on
well,
there?
I'm going to like collab on it with um this guy who kind of like has his own music thing going on,
Yeah.
but he has R&B artists. So
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
gonna like use his artists and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
also like Young Weston. I think Young
Yeah.
Weston is very great
Oh
at
yeah, he's
R&B
fire.
music.
He go
So
crazy. Yeah,
yeah, so there's definitely options, I guess, but
yeah. No, for sure.
yeah.
I gotta tap in on that. Definitely, I gotta lock in.
There's a girl actually that's been here at our open mic. She's
Yeah, that
fire.
that one white girl from
No,
the.
it wasn't. She wasn't a white
Oh
girl.
wait, hold on. The red dress?
No,
Nah.
she was like the. I'll find her out. I'll find her out. But
There's definitely some people though,
But
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
there's-
Real R&B.
it's just
No,
like
for
they're
sure.
so. I feel like okay. So then, what's your opinion on this? Is that I feel like Arizona has a specific sound or like specific kind of artist that they put on a higher pedestal. So then other people and other sounds kind of like
Nah, I
stay
agree
at the
too.
bottom.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. It's definitely like I wouldn't even say. I mean, I wouldn't even say necessarily it's clout based, but it's definitely on some like if a bunch of people see like a certain artist and like a lot of people are fucking with it, they'll kind of tend to go that way just to like maybe be a part of that crowd or not. But I could see that though. There's definitely a lot of people though that make dope music, a lot of different type of music too, that don't really get the same type of like spotlight as like the main people. But I feel like it's all a growing process too. I mean, there's a lot of people in this state that make dope music that it's gonna come. It's just that consistency, that
I
hard work.
mean, I can definitely see where you're coming from, but like say okay, so there's a I don't want to say like an emo rap kind of thing, but there is like that sound out here that has a really good decent following, but still like nobody knows because it's just like rap kind of like just
Yeah.
takes over
Yeah.
Arizona, and it's just like it's even whenever we do our lives on Tuesdays and music reviews, like I'll always be like sending some R&B or like country
Yeah,
music,
some
and
different
nobody
shit.
does it. Like
Yeah.
nobody really has shit that they want to send out. It's always just like
Yeah.
rap and hip hop.
Right. This is kind of what we're stuck with.
I knew so.
I mean, no, for sure. I mean, I could see that too. I mean, I'm sure there's people that do make dope music and stuff like that that maybe don't feel like they could fit in,
yeah,
and maybe
yeah.
they might hold themselves back thinking like because all this other music is getting all the spotlight that their shit won't pop. But nah, everybody just gotta come out with it. Like definitely gotta put it in everybody's face for sure.
It's
Like
hard.
for sure, not try to worry about what's popular. You know what I mean? Just you could go into a rap scene and sing some country stuff. You'll fuck around and get some new fans because it's like
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
people that are
yeah.
low key country fans that won't even like, oh, I'm a country fan. Like
People
it's
love
just
to
about
hate.
good music, really.
They clout it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not good. Country is not good music.
No, I'm saying it is good
Oh,
music.
I
I'm
was-
saying like there's a lot of people that won't say like they won't come out with it. You know what I mean? No, country's great music. I actually been listening to a lot of country recently too.
People just be hating on that shit for no reason. I think.
I think it's like I don't know. Maybe they want to be too cool for it, but when you listen to it and like you actually get the vibe from it, like they got some real good like messages in it. Like
I feel
it's just
like
good
country music, like you have to go through that shit to
Facts,
make
though.
a good country song.
yeah,
And they be
facts.
going through it. So.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people going through shit that they don't realize like they could relate to hella country music, and it's
What do you think about rap country?
rap country's cool too. I've been fucking with that. I've actually been hearing like a lot more stuff recently is like more rap kind of beats, but like some
Mhm.
country artists, and that shit could go a whole way too. That could pick up a lot. So
Shit, Nas did it. Everyone else is good after Lil Nas. Nas.
right, yeah,
He did it the best, I think. Like he actually like established that for so long.
yeah, no, for sure. He
And that was
definitely
just
put
him fucking around. Like,
right. See, it'd be some shit like that that just fuck around and pop off. But no, there's a lot of people I know for sure that are doing like some country rap kind of style. Just go on some little bit of rap beats, but with that like country melody, and then
Mhm.
just singing their country words on it. Like that's dope for sure. It's definitely like a mix that's needed. For sure.
Speaking of mixes, do you make mixes?
I do.
You make a
I'll
Drake
do them.
mix?
I'll do them a little bit. I'm not like a professional. I wouldn't, try to put myself out there and say like, yo, I could do this for you. But nah, definitely like if we're in the studio and we're just laying some shit down, like yeah, I'll do my thing for a bit.
Can you make a Drake mix?
I'll see. That's a little bit.
I need one.
We'll see. I gotta get a little mix going. It's all about the vibe. I gotta be in the vibe. So definitely, I just gotta get myself in
All
those
his music
moods.
is there. You just gotta pick the song.
Yeah,
Put it
yeah.
together.
There's so many. There's
I was
a lot
gonna
of
say,
good
you can
ones.
go a bunch of different ways with Drake.
Yeah,
want
you can
some
make a few of
heartbreak
them.
Shit, you want some anthem
Fact.
shit. You want like the toxic vibe.
Yeah, for real. You could go all types of ways. That's what's dope about Drake too. He got all those types of different music. So it's dope for sure.
Drake's a great artist. Who do you think is like? Do you have a favorite artist or like a favorite even just producer?
Damn. If I had to put it into just one, that's tough. I mean, producer, it's hard like not to say Metro. Metro is
Mm.
definitely, top, but I feel like a lot of people say that, but that's definitely just, coming from me. That's one of my top for sure, but there's definitely a lot of producers out there that I fuck with heavy. Even like the old back then producers like Scott Storch, Dr. Dre, like, all those like they definitely paved a good way too. So definitely want to put some light on that for sure. But I guess for me personally, yeah, I'd probably go with Metro. For artists, damn, I don't. I wouldn't say I do have a favorite artist. I listen to just all types of artists to where it's like
Okay.
I don't got just one main dude on my playlist. So it's like all types of music.
Just Drake.
Right? Just got a Drake only playlist. It'd be fire, but nah, definitely like just try to expand. I don't try
Yeah.
to stick to just one artist because there's so much artists too. So
Makes sense for sure. I think Metro is great. I really loved his album When Nav, Perfect Timing. I
yeah,
think that's
don't go
such
hard.
a
I was just
great-
listening to that like yesterday too.
Literally, so was
Yeah.
I think it's a great album, but
For sure.
again, a lot of people just they don't like Nav, so they don't like the
Man.
album and the music. But like
Yeah.
that man's talented. Like
Nah,
I
he
don't know.
for sure
like,
is.
whatever.
He's definitely, I feel like a lot of people don't really try to give him a lot of credit. And it was like that whole Brown Boy stuff too when he came out, like, you know what I mean, doing his thing. A lot of people didn't expect it. Maybe they weren't used to it.
Yeah.
But nah, he for sure, he definitely kills it. For sure. Even with
He
the
was
recent
Beats
album
by
he
Nav
did.
first. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta give him his credit.
Nah, for sure. Definitely. And he does this thing on producing too, which is why I fuck
Exactly.
with him
Like
even more.
that's literally the first time I even heard of him was like on his own shit,
Mm,
his own beat, his own song. Like it
Yeah.
was perfect.
I think
don't
the first time I heard Nav was because of Metro. Because
Mm.
Metro posted the track that they did together. Like this was probably like 2017 maybe something like that.
Mhm.
2018. I forgot what it was called, but like it was from Metro posting them. So I tapped in. I was like, yo, this dude's hard, and like it's just from there I've been fucking with him. So yeah, shout out now for sure. Does his thing.
What you think about Hit Boy?
Hit Boy Fire too. He got crazy catalog, like crazy. I was just watching his interview that he did with producer guy. I didn't finish it, but like definitely he drops a lot of gems. He definitely like teaches a lot too. It's just it's inspiring.
Nas is crazy, bro.
Oh, for sure, definitely. He's just one of the ones too. Got a crazy catalog. It's insane. He's worked with everybody, like everybody.
Who's the? I think he's the producer. He has like that little thing on YouTube where they all just like come by and like he'll make beats. I think it's like Kenny something or something.
Kenny Beats. Kenny Beats.
So then like the
Yeah.
channel that like I'm talking about, like the shit he does on YouTube. Or
Yeah, with like
something.
that little series where he'll just pull up with an artist and make
Yeah.
a beat real quick.
So then, are you more so like that? Like you like doing shit like that, where people just pull up and you guys just like figure it out then and there, or do you kind of like talk like okay, I don't know how to put it. It's like Because you say that you, like, it's all about energy for you. So you like whenever people pull up and, like, you're all in studios together. So then you're more so that vibe than versus,
Yeah.
like, messaging back and forth, trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. And, like,
No,
do
for
you like
sure,
this? Do you want to
definitely.
change that?
Yeah, yeah. I'd put myself more towards like the way Kenny Beats does his
You
stuff.
should make a series like that out here.
That'd be dope.
You should make one.
I don't think anybody's done that. So
No,
shit.
you should be. You'll be the first. You heard it here.
Hey, you heard it here. Tap in for sure. That'd be in the making. That'd actually be really fire. You can meet a lot more people too. So
Hmm.
yeah, that'd definitely be sick.
And producers just 100% need a lot more credit. So
No, definitely.
I think we should start there.
Yeah, man. Shout out all the producers out here too. There's a ton of them. So they all doing their thing. Definitely.
There's a ton of them. Name 3.
So I fuck with my boy Zay. I fuck with my dog Kanell for sure. And then to the third, I'll probably give it to my boy Desert Vice for sure. You might not even heard any of them, but they do their thing. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people.
No,
There's a lot of people for sure.
For sure.
And they all got their own different types of sounds and shit. So
Mhm.
it's just dope to actually see that. Because when I first started producing, like I'm gonna say, there wasn't like shit around. Like nobody was
Yeah,
really producing
yeah.
like that. Like even online, like this was before like the whole like internet money wave. Like all these internet producers, like that's huge now. Like when I was trying to learn how to make beats, there was like probably 2 channels. One called Busy Work Beats, and this dude Music Mogul, and he was like on Mac. He was using a whole different software, but it was just the gems he was dropping that I would tap in a lot with. So now it's like there's so much different producer channels. Like it's a lot more out there now, which is dope. So it's dope to see for sure.
100%. Could you get like inspiration from watching a movie?
Musically, I could maybe a little bit. I haven't really noticed it. I honestly don't watch too much movies. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll watch like some good gems and stuff like that, but as far as like new movies, even with like TV series, like I'm probably terrible for it, but I don't tap in on a lot. Like
So
I
you're
don't
pretty
know.
much just like strictly music, not really
In a way,
film.
yeah. It's just I'm just constantly doing shit all day too, so it's like it's kind of hard for me to even have days to where like I could just chill, just watch some movies and shit. But no, definitely I do fuck with it. Like there's a lot of movies that have dope soundtracks on them that are, like,
Twilight.
shit, I don't know. I haven't even watched the
Twilight has a
Twilight. I
great
tried watching
soundtrack.
one. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep.
But specifically Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Breaking
That
Down Part Two.
soundtrack
Okay.
is great. Just pull up the soundtrack
Yeah,
and listen to it.
they be having them on Apple and
Yeah.
stuff too. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's
tap
worth
in.
it.
Breaking Down Part 2 for sure. Definitely.
Watch you go and sample some.
Shit, fuck
Hopefully.
around. I'll fuck around. I love sampling too. I love
Yeah,
sampling
I
shit.
think that's probably one of my favorite parts about producing is like how they can sample something. Like a great sample is just amazing, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That's what makes music so timeless too. There be songs from 50s, 60s that people wouldn't even know, but you just sample it, do it the right way, and it comes out. It opened up a whole new world. People are like, damn, where did this sample come from? And it goes
Literally.
back to tapping into where like all the original shit came from. So I think that happens a lot. So definitely.
I think some of the best samples I've heard from out here is Jordan 1. You know who that is? He runs Legal Trap with Nappy.
Nah.
Well, he's a producer also, but I've asked him like sample a few things for me. I don't know why, I don't even make music, but like I just love it, right? But
Just to
he
hear it,
definitely
though.
like came in clutch. Like they're
Yeah.
fire. So samples are definitely they
Nah,
can
for
be
sure. Yeah, samples.
beautifully articulated.
Yeah, definitely love sampling. I'll sample like maybe half the music I make, and then other music I'll be just like tapping in with either other producers or just making melodies on the spot. So it's like it's all a mix, but sampling definitely holds like a heavy hand in a lot of the shit that I make, just because I love doing it. For sure, there's just endless amounts of shit to sample too. Like you never even expect it. Like so much music out there.
There's a whole world out there.
Yeah, seriously.
A whole
Yeah,
new
it's really
world.
dope.
Sample Little Mermaid.
Shit, come around, do some shit like that. For real though, sampling is definitely dope for sure.
All right, and that's where we will end the podcast. So stop. Let me restate that. That is where we will end the interview. So like if there's anything you want to promote or even just give your socials, etc.
Shit, follow me on IG. My IG is BonzOTB for sure. If you want to tap in with some beats, just let me know. We could work for sure. Definitely, I want to shout out my boys at Remedy Studios for sure for the tea. Go tap in on the IG with them to show too. Um, and shit, we just got a new project. Me and Jimmy Grooves just dropped. It's called Double or Nothing for sure. Apple Music, all platforms. Check all the videos too. We dropping videos like crazy, and the videos are going up. Shout out my boy Ewadi for sure, going crazy on the edits and the videos. So yeah, we coming. There's a lot more shit to it too. So definitely gonna back it up. Definitely.
I'll have to review that video. So you're gonna have to
For
link
sure.
me. But
Nah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Shout out you guys though, for real. You guys killing it too.
yep,
This is dope.
shout out Easy Way Too
Yeah,
Active.
easy way too
Okay.
active for real.
Don't forget to tap in every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on the AZ Way Too Active Instagram page for live music reviews. Send in your music. Um, it's been real. Be kind, stay active, and that's it.